Now it's time for Inspirational Women and my guest, Lisa Manheim, the co-founder of a unique nonprofit organization, Tour de Peer, and also executive director for the Hirshberg Foundation for Pancreatic Cancer Research. Lisa's with us this morning to let us know about this unique event, Tour de Peer, coming to Seattle for the first time mid-September. For numerous reasons, our Puget Sound area is an ideal location for this fundraiser, a spin event with the funds supporting cancer research specifically for the pancreas and the brain. Being a new event, there are a few things for us to learn, so I'm grateful to have Lisa Manheim here to provide the details. Lisa Manheim, good morning. It is so great to have you join us this morning.
Thank you. Good morning.
This is something that is a new term for me, Tour de Peer. Seattle's not new, but Tour de Peer. I've not heard of it before, but it certainly sounds exciting, and you are certainly the one who can really give us a lot more insight and information, right?
I am. I co-founded Tour de Peer, which is an outdoor stationary cycling fundraiser for cancer that started in Southern California in Manhattan Beach and just finished up its 7th year, where it raised over $1.5 million. And we're excited to be coming to Seattle in September for our inaugural Tour de Peer Seattle.
So here we are with some time before that happens, and you and I are connected this morning because we really want to invite people to get involved, correct?
That's absolutely right. So the way that Tour de Peer works is we're going to have over 100 stationary bikes lined up on South Lake Union, facing the lake with the beautiful downtown Seattle skyline in the background. And there are 5 one-hour rides starting at 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, and 12:30. And the way it works is you register for a bike, and then you get 4 friends to each ride a different hour, or you ride multiple hours. And together, the 5 of you become a team on one bike. And it's a non-competitive event where it doesn't matter if you are a regular spinner or you've never sat on a bike before. That doesn't matter for this event. This is about being together out in the sunshine, sharing in an incredible experience with lots of music and entertainment and celebrity guests and surprises, all while raising money for some really incredible organizations. And we're excited to have Virginia Mason as our local charity partner in Seattle.
And saying that Virginia Mason is a partner and coming to Seattle, it seems a natural progression to have Tour de Peer be here because there is a lot of research that goes on here. There's a lot of support and people that come here to take part of some of the research and the advantages to be treated for that horrible disease.
Yeah. Well, it's the reason why we chose Seattle is sort of multiple reasons. First of all, we couldn't have been more excited to have Virginia Mason as a partner to provide local access to potential participants, and of course sponsors, and all the relationships they have and the care that they're providing. But we also know that, or we've learned that Seattle folks love to bike ride, love cycling events. So this is one of the most unique cycling fundraisers around. So we're really excited to bring the Southern California experience and meld it with Seattle. We've partnered with Flywheel, which is a national spin studio that has local studios, and they are helping us by providing the instructors, and we're working with them on the whole production of the event. We always say that it's not your average spin class. This is not, one person in a dark room with, 25 or 30 other people. This is hundreds of people riding side by side, obviously in the beautiful outdoors, looking at an incredible view, and surrounded by people who've been impacted by cancer, whether that's somebody who's fought it and is in remission, or lost someone or has been impacted. I mean, everybody's been impacted by cancer. But it's really an incredible day to sort of combine, being outdoors and being on a bike and enjoying that sort of health and fitness aspect with really doing good. Each bike has to hit a fundraising minimum, and of course we have lots of awards for everybody who raises money, so there's lots of love to go around.
Absolutely. So here we are, the beginning of August, and what is the date of Tour de Pierre?
So Tour de Pierre is Saturday, September 14th, 2019. But the thing that I really would love listeners to know is that this is not an event where you can just come on the 14th and register. You need to reserve your bike in advance. Registration is going to close at the end of August. And so you hop on the website and you click Reserve a Bike, and then you share that link with 4 potential teammates and get them to register so that your bike hits 5 people. And at the same time also asking friends and family and coworkers to support your ride.
Right. Now, let's get to that website. Where should they go to get registered?
It is seattletourdepierre.com. Super easy. And we've got all sorts of information. We have incredible videos on the website, times, who the instructors are. We really try and put all the information at your fingertips on seattletourdepierre.com.
And you've mentioned instructors, so that morning of Saturday, September 14th, instructors will be there to give information to all the participants, all those that are going to be cycling, on how to do this most efficiently, or what is that?
Yeah, that's a good question. So imagine you wake up, you put on your exercise clothes, and you head down to Lake Union. When you get in, you'll check in at the registration, pick up an incredible gift bag with all sorts of fun swag, and then be guided down towards the water where your bike will be. At 8:30, if you're riding the first hour, you'll hop on your bike and you'll be in front of this big main stage that has our instructor. It has five riders on it, an instructor with 2 assistant instructors, and a celebrity rider, and a hero rider, or someone who's been impacted by cancer. And then the music starts. And this is a spin class for everybody. You could have never stepped on a spin bike, or you could be a regular groupie at your local spin studio. This is a class. These are a series of 5 classes that fit for everybody's fitness level. And the music, each hour is a different music, has a different theme, all that tell the story of the struggle against cancer, different aspects of cancer. The first hour is called Fight. The second hour is called Rally. Then the third hour is Unify, Inspire, and finally Together. And those are the themes with music that everybody will know and love and be able to sort of dance to while on the bike, of course. And then what we found in Manhattan Beach, where we have hosted the Tour de Pierre for the last 7 years, is that even though you're on your bike, your other teammates, they don't want to leave. They want to stay around and listen to the music and support you while you ride. Go check out the vendors at the Health and Fitness Expo, and just connect with everybody else who's down there. There's an energy at the Manhattan Beach Tour de Pierre that's really infectious, and we've got a lot of people in costume. I hear Seattle folks really love to dress in costumes, so we're looking forward to seeing what some teams come up with. So between the music and the costumes and hopefully the sunshine and the beautiful views, it's really going to be a day that everybody will remember, and the word will spread about Tour de Pierre Seattle.
Absolutely. This being the 7th year, that's always a good solid number for having a foundation. So 7 years of this activity of spinning at Manhattan Beach, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and you've been there the whole time.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I co-founded the event. I am in addition to being the co-founder of this event, I'm the executive director of the Hirshberg Foundation for Pancreatic Cancer Research, and my brother John Hirshberg co-founded it along with our friend Heath Gregory, who started the Uncle Corey Foundation for Brain Cancer Research. So we were basically two charities dealing with rare cancers, pancreatic and brain, underfunded cancers, and John had this idea about putting on an outdoor event in his community, and we, started 7 years ago with 200 bikes, and we thought we made a goal of raising $250,000, and that first year we raised $335,000, and it's grown in size, both in number of bikes and teams and dollars raised, till this past year where we broke the $1.5 million mark for the first time, bringing our 7-year total to $6.6 million. So it's really been super successful in Manhattan Beach, and it's really about trying to recreate that energy, that feeling that you're making a difference, you're getting, you're doing something healthy, you're surrounded by people you love or that you love to be with, and it's just an atypical fundraiser, if I could describe it as anything. It's not like a 5K, for example. I have hosted a big 5K in LA for 22 years now, which is a great event. But at a 5K, everybody starts at the start line and off they go, and then everybody does their own thing, and then you come back and everybody's at the finish line. Here, everybody's together for the whole 5 hours. It's almost like hosting a 5-hour party, so to speak, with the music and the energy and the entertainment that goes on while you're riding. We've, in LA, have had all of our professional sports teams have participated. The LA Chargers, we've had the Rams cheerleaders, USC football, UCLA football and basketball and cheer. We've had Olympians, and the last 2 years, George Lopez, the comedian, has been up on our main stage. I'm getting into the action. So we've really had incredible support from local athletes, local sports teams, and we're in talks with lots of groups up in Seattle. We know that the Seawolves are going to participate. We're working with the Sounders. We know for sure that Blitz, the mascot, is coming, and Blue Thunder should be there. So we're excited to be partnering with all of the Seattle teams in the same way that we do in LA, which helps really bring a local flavor to the event and a different energy than, again, you'd get at another 5K or ride or event where everybody's off doing their own thing.
Right. I can just feel the energy as you describe it, Lisa, that, it feels like a party atmosphere, and having this crowd, huge crowd of people, those are riding, but then the others are kind of dancing or going to the expo booths. It really sounds festive.
Yeah. There's a great buzz to it. If anybody would like to take a look at what it might look like if my words aren't describing it clearly enough, SeattleTourDePeer.com has videos and images that really give you a taste of it. We also are constantly sharing that information on social media as well. Of course, Facebook Tour de Peer is our Facebook page, so lots and lots of details and visual pictures to help you get a feel for what it's going to be like.
Right. And so you were saying, Lisa, 100 bikes, 5 people per bike. So we're looking at really kind of a limited number of people participating actively on the bikes, correct?
Yes. So
okay.
We could bring up to 200 bikes, but our goal this first year, if we fill more, if we sell out the 100, we'll keep adding bikes until we reach that August 31st number where we have to commit to how many we're sending up.
Okay.
So, yeah, again, it's like I said, it's not something that you can wait for the day of. You got to jump on the internet and go to seattletourdepeer.com. When you get there, you can click on Get Information or Register, and all the information is there that can help explain it. Of course, we're only a phone call away, and our phone number is on the website on the bottom of every page, so we can certainly answer any questions about anything having to do with the event at all. But it would be great. This last year in Manhattan Beach, we had 400 bikes.
Wow.
So that's quite a number. And of course, the more people you have, the greater the energy. But I know that our this inaugural year is going to be really special. I'm really excited. As I said, the Flywheel instructor team is so excited to be on board. They've been working with our one of our favorite instructors from Manhattan Beach, PK, who's flying up to teach the last hour, and his hour is always the biggest, the final party of the 5-hour party, the most party of the party. So the instructors are putting a lot of effort and energy into making each moment of the ride, enjoyable. It's not even the right word. Inspiring, fun, all of the above.
And really such a fulfilling activity, I would imagine, just being so active for an hour, spinning. And because as you said, and it's very true, this is a bike city, a bike area. People really love doing that. And so doing it in a stationary bike with all these other people around, though, a little different experience, but equally as energetic, I think.
Yeah, and I think you can't underestimate sort of what it's like to be in the outdoors, in the fresh air. Again, hoping that it's Seattle and that we're blessed with the good summer weather. There's something about it that it's not something you can do any day at all. The 200 spin bikes or 400 or 100 just don't show up outdoors, in a park on the lake. So it's absolutely, it's an Instagram-worthy fundraising event, to say the least, not to mention the surprises that we have in store for everybody in terms of the celebrity riders and the athletes that are, going to participate and ride on stage, and the cancer stories that we're going to be sharing that will inspire. And, I think it really touches on all different emotions that day. It's definitely one of those where you're laughing and smiling and dancing and singing and raising your arms and doing all those crazy things. And then you definitely have moments where you might be moved to tears. You're inspired, you're humbled, all of those. It really runs the gamut. And I think that's why it's been so successful in Manhattan Beach. It's also really Manhattan Beach, and we draw the event in Southern California. It draws participants from all around Los Angeles, but the community is tight-knit and very health and fitness oriented, as the folks in Seattle are. It's a special day. We can't wait for September 14th and want everybody to come out.
Oh, absolutely. And, you certainly are conveying the energy and the enthusiasm about it. And talking about the celebrities, we need to go to the website to see those videos, but certainly one that has stood out for me is someone who's been a guest here because of her battle, and it's been a valiant battle with breast cancer, and that's Dana Manciagli. And she's already signed up, and she's all enthused. You have that video. If anyone, I think, needed to get an added spark, just seeing Dana again and what she's been through and how she just radiates health and enthusiasm, I think that really tells a story, doesn't it?
Absolutely. So Dana is currently on the leaderboard as the top fundraiser. When we partnered with Virginia Mason and started talking about this a year ago, we said, one of the ways that we've been successful in Southern California is by sharing these Why I Ride stories, and we do it ourselves, a marketing campaign that includes videos and photos, and we'd love to have a local cancer survivor or somebody that patient advocate that we can work with. And like in a matter of 12 seconds, Dana was signed up and we were recording her video and her story. It's on our Facebook page, and we're also, when you go onto our website, seattletourdepeer.com, and you click Why I Ride, Stories and Videos, you'll find it there. So basically, Dana's story, as you know, she and her twin sister were both battling breast cancer together. First Dana, then her twin sister, then they had recurring instances. Dana lost her sister, but she is still battling cancer. She looks amazing. She's so strong. She's so passionate and energetic, and I'm so excited that she's going to be there riding and inspiring. She calls herself a metaviver, which is not a survivor, but someone living with metastatic cancer. She has a lot of gratitude. She has a lot of passion. She's suffered a great loss and has suffered. Her battle has been going on for a long time, and as she said, she's living with metastatic cancer. So I encourage everybody to check out her video, and if you're there on event day, she will be one of the hero riders, we call it, riding on the main stage. We have other great stories too on our That Why I Ride link that I mentioned that you can get to from the homepage of Tour de Peer.
Yes.
Of Seattle Tour de Peer.
So definitely check those out if you need any extra kind of oomph or dose of inspiration. But certainly just the idea of participating in this very new event that's very exciting to raise funds, because we certainly know that all the dollars that are raised that go to research are what make the difference towards moving to this world where we have so many ways to battle this horrible disease.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, with both the Hirshberg Foundation for Pancreatic Cancer Research and the Uncle Corey Foundation, who we have been able to fund seed grants using the money that we have raised through the first 7 Tour de Peers, and those seed grants are going to promising researchers who essentially have an idea or research that they want to conduct, but they can't get big-time NIH or National Cancer Institute funding until they've done work and until they've been published. And so what our seed grant program does, and similar to Uncle Corey started one a few years ago as well, which is taking those funds, giving them to young, promising researchers so that they can conduct the seed research, the startup research that's going to then land them the big dollars with NIH and NCI and enable them to see their idea further. And it's been super successful for us at the Hirshberg Foundation, and it's one of the things that, really is why we do this event. And it's also nice to know that, in a partner like the Virginia Mason Cancer Institute, they're treating all types of cancers and providing patient support and doing the work there that is impacting and improving the lives of everyone touched by cancer. So I really feel good about what we're doing with the funds, what we've been able to do in the last 7 years, and how our partnership with Virginia Mason is going to hopefully continue to benefit more local Seattle folks as well.
Yes, absolutely. Underscore that, exclamation points, because here's a way that we can make such a world of difference, because individually, whatever dollars we have probably don't make much of a dent, but the collective amount that can be raised in such a fun, exciting activity, now that can really make some impact.
Yeah. The model here on this bike is it's a friends asking friends event. It's one of those fundraisers that when you register, you get your own fundraising page. We provide all sorts of tips and tools to help you fundraise. You don't have to fundraise once you register. If you get 5 people, each person registers, and that will make you hit the fundraising minimum. But, of course, the way we really move the needle is by having individual participants fundraise. And the tools are there, from videos and stories to sample emails, and it takes somebody asking. And I always say, it's a good deed to ask. It's a mitzvah to ask. And if someone asks you to support them in what they're doing, you should be honored that they asked.
Yes.
But then again, I do work in the nonprofit world, so.
And it is a really important and a great world, for sure. So let's give the website one more time, Lisa.
Yep. It's SeattleTourDePeer.com, which is TourDePier.com. SeattleTourDePeer.com. It's coming up on Sunday, September 14th at Lake Union Park in South Lake Union. And you can register now through August on our website. And again, register yourself, get 4 friends. You guys make up a bike of 5 riders, or you can ride more than 1 hour. We do have people who ride all 5 hours. I think the more the merrier.
Yes.
But all that information is there. Our phone number is 310-473-5121, also available on the bottom of our website if you didn't catch that. So I would love it if everybody went online and took a peek. I think the videos on our webpage and the imagery from Manhattan Beach really can paint a picture of what you could expect to see in Seattle. The only difference is in Manhattan Beach, we've got the ocean view, and here it's going to be lake view. Or just both ways.
That's true. And it's just beautiful. Just to be outdoors and seeing the water is so wonderful. And I'm going to say, Seattle, come on, we can show how to get this done. We're really into this kind of thing. Let's make it a really strong first year for Tour de Peer.
Thank you. Love it.
Yes. Well, Lisa, thank you. This has been so grand, and now's the time to get in there and get registered and move forward, right?
Absolutely. Clock is ticking. I don't want to stress anybody out, but go online. Tour de Peer.
Absolutely. Well, many thanks, Lisa, for the work you do, and certainly for bringing us all this information and inspiration this morning. So greatly appreciated. We're going to do it big.
Thank you. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity.
And now we have Sunday Morning Shout Out. It's for PAWS, Progressive Animal Welfare Society. This is an incredible nonprofit organization helping animals, but making a difference in people's lives, enriching the community. PAWS is a champion for animals, rehabilitating injured and orphaned wildlife, sheltering and adopting homeless cats and dogs, and educating people to make a better world for animals and people. PAWS is always in need of volunteers and financial support. Visit paws.org to learn more and find ways to be involved. One of the great ways to be involved is with this annual event, PAWS Walk. It's back Saturday, September 7th at Seattle's Magnuson Park. Join your friends and 1,000 other generous folks who want to help animals in need, just like you do. Go to pawswalk.net to sign up today. Funds from PAWS Walk support the expert care that PAWS gives to more than 8,000 dogs, cats, and wild animals each year. PAWS Walk has food trucks, dog activities, and entertainment for the whole family, and also adoptable dogs. You can adopt right there. If you're an animal lover, and I'm certain you are, PAWS Walk is for you. Register now at pawswalk.net. There you have so many opportunities. Support a great local organization. Protect animals. Potentially discover a new fur family member. So visit paws.org to discover more ways to make a positive difference in our world. And with that, we're at the end of a very full hour of Inspirational Women with Lisa Manheim and Sunday Morning Magazine with Dr. Adia Harvey Wingfield. I'm Kate Daniels, your host, and I greatly appreciate your sharing this hour with me and these special guests. For details you might have missed or information you'd like to know, please just send me an email, kated@warm1069.com, and I'll get right back to you. Also, if you'd like to listen again or share these important stories with your family and friends, find the podcast on our Warm 1069 webpage. Click on the podcast tab, then Sunday mornings, and then look for the show and guest names. I now wish you and your family a day of good health, of balanced health. Have a week of the same, and then please plan to join me again next weekend for another hour of Sunday Morning Magazine and Inspirational Women on Warm 1069. Have a wonderful day.